Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to check something new. This is a plastic kit from Special Hobby, which copies 1/48 scales up AJ37 Viggen, that's attack version. But note that some of you might say we already reviewed this kit, but here is something special because it is updated edition, and it's written here it contains new sprue which features better parts for the front canards, for the air intakes, etc, etc. So basically you will be able to build a more precise copy of the famous Swedish jet aircraft in 1/48 scale. And this is available from October, so now we have a chance to check it closer and take a look at the new sprue which will correct previous issues of the previous release. But first, let me remind you that we are gathering money for the new photo and video equipment, and you can help us by pressing the donate button on our website. It is easy, it is safe, because it's done via PayPal, and of course you're the one who decides how much we will get for the new photo and video equipment. Some of you already donated. I would like to say a huge thank you for this, because it is definitely useful for our photo and video reviews improvement, and you can see it and even hear it in the recent video and photo reviews. So this kit comes in this quite familiar box from Special Hobby. We have this nice box art on the front. Then here we have some information about the kit, that it's made in Czech Republic. Nothing new, let's say, or nothing surprising. Then here we have some safety advices, and that's pretty much all. By the way, surprisingly, box is quite heavy, even though this is a 1/48 scale jet aircraft. Here you can see comparison with my hand. And now we are going to open it and check what is inside. That's a top opening box, obviously. And here is what we have inside. So we have assembly manual, and we have all plastic frames packed into one plastic bag. Of course, we will check assembly manual later. I would like to get a closer look at plastic sprues first, and then we will check assembly manual, which is printed like this. So, as I said, one plastic bag for all frames. We even have here a decal sheet which is packed together with this. And the main question is how the new sprue is marked, so that we can understand which one is new and which ones were included before. I guess we will see some notification about this, let's say. So here is the first one. I'll zoom in so that you can see this sprue closer. Let's position it like this. Then we zoom camera for you, and now you can see it. So here we have wing parts and also some minor external elements. Molding quality is really good. We have recessed panel lines. Attachment points are quite thin, so I really don't think that you damage parts while assembling those elements into one piece. Next we have this plastic frame. By the way, I think it seems to me that this sprue is a new one, but we will check other frames in order to make it sure. But here you can see second plastic sprue, which contains halves for the external fuel tank. Also here we have front wheel well, main landing gear legs. Also here you can see engine fan, front landing gear leg, some parts for this landing gear legs. Everything is molded nicely again, and inside those fuel tanks have position pins which should help you with proper alignment. Note that those attachment points in the tail segment or tail area have slight overlapping over the edge, so be careful while separating them in order not to damage the edge itself. Then we have this nice plastic frame. Here we have one of the fuselage halves, let's say, and as you can see it is molded in quite interesting design. Here we have landing gear doors, engine nozzle, which is separated into several segments. Here we have another fuel tank, landing gear wheels, which should be assembled out of two halves. Actually, those are one-piece parts, but as far as I remember, main landing gear wheels should be assembled out of two halves, and we will see them further in this video review. Then here we have another plastic sprue, and this one is dedicated to the top section of the fuselage. Also here we have two halves for the nose section. That's not that nice feature, and as you remember, it was in the original version as well. Then here we have two front canards, which are molded as one-piece parts, as you can see. Also here we have cockpit 4 and the dashboard. And inside I don't see any position elements, but for nose section at least we have position pins, which should help you with proper alignment in this area. Next we have tiny frame with pilot seats, and as you can see they should be quite nice out of the box, but of course nobody stops you from getting resin replacement, which will be even better, so it will be up to you which one you will use in your aircraft build. Then we have another frame with fuselage half, and also note that here we have landing gear wheels. Those, as I said, should be assembled out of two hulls. We have separate engine nozzle flaps, let's say, and another half for the fuel tank. Next we have this plastic sprue, which is dedicated to main wing, also top fuselage half. So as far as I can understand, we have here this top fuselage half, but it was whole fuselage should be assembled out of separate segments, so you have to combine them all together. Here you can see one of the main wheel wells. Why we have here one part? Because the next one comes on the next sprue. Here we have also halves for the main wings. As you can see, they should be assembled out of two hulls, and we have position pins inside. And then we have last gray plastic sprue. This one is dedicated to the lower wing half. Also here we have air intakes, another main wheel well, and frontal section of the external air intakes. Again, here we have molded in flaps and ailerons, so you won't be able to position them separately. And inside, as I said, we have these special position pins for the proper alignment of those huge parts together. Next we have transparent sprue, which is packed into the separate plastic bag. Obviously this is done in order to avoid possible scratches. Here we have canopy parts. Those are molded in quite nice quality, so no worries about possible problems here. And of course you will be able to replicate open canopy with this. The only thing you will need is mask sheet, because masks are not included, and it might be a bit tricky to cover all those rounded areas. So maybe it is easier to get ready set, which just should be applied on the canopy, and you're done. Then here we have another plastic bag, decal sheet together with P thread. So just give me a second to open it. Okay, so here we have decal sheet. There is no mention where it was printed, but printing quality is really nice. So as far as I can guess, maybe it comes from Edward or maybe from Cartograph. And as you can see, we have here all necessary symbols for several marking options. I don't see decals for the cockpit. Why? Because manufacturer included this small PE thread, which is obviously made in Edward. And here we have color parts, color PE parts for the cockpit of this aircraft in 1/48 scale. That's a really nice bonus. You won't have to spend your money in order to get those parts for your model. You get them out of the box, and I think some modelers will appreciate it. Then last but not the least is this special bonus, let's say. It's assembly manual, which is printed in color. It is typical for a special hobby. We have short history note in Czech and English languages. Then we have parts map. And note that for parts map, those canards won't be used. We will use new parts, as I said before, here on the new thread or new P sprue, plastic sprue actually. Then assembly starts with pilot seat. We continue with cockpit. Obviously this is a one-seater version, so we will need only one pilot seat, and we will use single seat cockpit version. We assemble dashboard. We assemble those air intakes. Then top fuselage half covers the air intakes. Here we assemble tail section. As you can see, we have several options for this engine flaps position. So fully closed, normal position on the ground and fully open position, so it will be up to you what you choose for your model. Then we continue with joining all those parts together and installing them into the lower wing half. Then we have installation of the top wing halves, and note that here we have small note that the model is balanced to correctly stand on its main landing gear. However, if you plan to add aftermarket equipment, it is a good idea to add some ballast in the nose. So be sure to keep it in mind. And it's quite surprising that out of the box you won't need any weight in the nose in order to avoid tail seater in the finished state, let's say. But don't forget that the nose section will be assembled out of two halves, and it might be a bit tricky. Then we continue with tail section, landing gear system, and of course you will be able to assemble them in the open position or closed position. Then here we continue with pylons, and note that different camouflages use different pylons and different loading schemes, so be careful and be sure to use the right one. Then we have here the first marking guide that's aircraft from 1990s, AJ37 obviously. This one is from 1973, this one is from 1978. All those are Swedish aircrafts. And three marking options. Here we have stencil guide, here is also stenciling guide. We have also here a small picture or a small list of available accessories from CMK. Those are obviously resin accessories, but as I said, you can get resin wheels, resin air brakes, resin thrust reversers, ejection seat, and also rocket pods for this model. And here we can see some other kits in 1/48 scale from Special Hobby. We reviewed them on our YouTube channel, and you can find them in our videos or on our website. I recommend to check it. So this kit now gets updated treatment, let's say, so you will have even more precise finish on your 1/48 scale aircraft. And if you somehow missed the first release, now is a good chance to get Viggen in 1/48 scale with corrected parts and assemble it out of the box. I think it will be a really nice model, but of course I will be happy to hear your opinion about this kit here in the comment section below. Write it there. And if you like this video and you would like to support us and you don't want to miss any new video reviews, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We also have nice Facebook group and Instagram page, so I recommend to follow them as well. And I will see you in the next video review as usual. Bye.